channel. So I think today we're gonna have actually a pretty short video because usually my beauty bank, I spend like a good 30-40 minutes talking through what's happened in the month. I go through any eyeshadow pans I've hit or other pans. I go through any makeup items I have, and I also talk about new makeup that I have brought in to my collection, as well as maybe some favorites. And then at the end of the video, I tend to just talk about TV shows, movies that I might have watched in the month, and we just leave it at that. But today, I'm looking at what I have to talk about and I don't have to say too much. Like, there's really not that much to discuss, but yeah, let's start. You know, it's been a decent month for me, definitely. I will just put it out straight away. I have not brought in any makeup to my collection this month, which is the first month in a very, very long time that I can remember. I don't even remember the last time that I did not buy at least one thing and brought it into my collection, because I have been on like a I want it, I'm gonna buy it type of mentality for several years now. I'm not gonna lie. And it's not that I purposely didn't try to buy anything this month. I just, you know, in terms of like financially, I have taken a massive step back from my full-time job. So, you know, the income isn't the same, but at the same time, I just really enjoyed just using the items that I have. I have a lot of makeup and I want to use it. So I don't want to just keep buying and buying and buying. But yeah, I haven't been in any sort of mindset to buy anything this month. I don't know if that's going to change in August. I imagine it will change in September. It's my birthday month and I'm already thinking about things that I want to buy. But I think just mentally, I'm just like on a pause. I'm like holding off. It's the summer. I'm relaxing a little. I'm using my makeup. So that's like the biggest update that I have in terms of, you know, where I am and what's happened this month. I have actually not bought any makeup this month, which might be really boring for you guys, but it's okay for me. It's good. I have, however, hit some pans. So we are going to talk about some eyeshadow pans that I have hit this month. I don't have any makeup pans like other pans that I've hit that I can think of. I thought I hit something and then I realized it was not a pan and I was very upset with myself. But these are all eyeshadow pans. I think I've spoken about all of these before in projects, so none of these are going to be spoilers, thank goodness, because I usually tend to always spoil my projects when I do my beauty bank, and none of these are spoilers. I've just hit them in this month, so I just want to do a quick recap of what I've done. So the first one is in my Pan That palette in order. This is my Pan That palette in order. This is the Look for Rainbows from Gloss Gods, and I hit pan in a shade this month, and it is this shade right here called Sunshine, which is a beautiful pinky gold shifty shade. So I really love that. I just realized I feel like this is a shade that is also in another Gloss Gods palette of mine. I have to check because the name is the same and they're both blue. So I don't know. That's the next one that I'm trying to hit pan on in this palette. But anyway, yeah, I hit pan in Sunshine just a week or two ago, not too long ago. And then another Gloss Gods palette. This was in my pan in every palette. And I hit pan in this one over here, which is called Kind of Neutral. This is the new Neutrals palette. It's a really nice take on a neutral palette because it's like neutrals with a twist. These are very, very interesting mattes and also shimmers. But yeah, I hit pan in that one. So that one was rolled out. That was like earlier in the month. I also hit pan in my Sorbet palette from Glamshop. This is also in my Pan in Every Palette project. And I hit pan in this one over here, which is called Midas. It is a gorgeous green and it has a shift and it's just beautiful and a very flaky, chunky shade. So actually that one was a very easy pan for me. And then I also hit pan in my Pan That palette for the year, the Shadow Kiss from Alter Ego, which again, this is not a spoiler because I already showed it in my last update. I hit pan. What was it again that I hit pan on? I completely forgot. Oh yeah, it was shade. It was shade. So yeah, I hit pan in that one. I think right at the start of the month, and you can see where we are now. So no other fresh pans in this palette though. However, my update is not for a couple weeks. So I'm hoping that I can get a little bit more use on that one and the Huda Beauty one because they're both my Pan That palette for the year. So those are all my pans that I've hit this month. Still 4, that's still good. My average is around 4 or 5 a month. So I'm still on track with that. It's not like I'm trying, it's just, that's just what happens. So I do a lot of project pans, so it's kind of how it happens anyway. But yeah, I'm pleased with that. I think it's a decent number. And then I will say I don't have any makeup empties this month. So normally I at least have one. I haven't finished anything this month. So that's just like the most boring update I can give you guys. If I were still doing my beauty bank where I had a point system, I was at a -24 last month. I'm at a -21 because my pans count as a half point. So that's where I am right now. I didn't bring any makeup in, but I also didn't finish any makeup. So that would have like got me extra points if had I finished more makeup. But the only item that I have finished this month, which is actually a skincare item, so it's not technically like a makeup item, but I will speak about, and it is this Espa eye cream. I'm not even showing you the proper thing. Oh wait, it has two. Oh, it's on the both sides. Never mind. It's this Espa eye cream. This is the 4-hour replenishing eye moisturizer. I really like this. It was really nice. I spent my time at finishing this up, but it was really, really lovely. It was such a joy to go to this one because before this one, I was trying to finish up the Makeup Revolution eye cream, which I thought was the worst thing in the whole entire universe. So please don't buy that. It's horrible. But this Espa one, Espa's pretty expensive. This was really nice. Really, really pleasant. Honestly, if this was like a face cream, I would have put it all over my face, but I used it as an eye cream. So that's the only item that I finished this month. So because I don't have too much else to talk about, I'm just going to talk about like some favorite items that I used this month. Some of them I would have mentioned last month, I believe, but I've just been going into these a lot this month, just naturally gravitating towards them. So I wanted to just quickly give you an update as to like what my thoughts and feelings are about them. So the first one is this one right here. This is the Catrice Soft Glam Filter Stick. This is the light to medium shade. So I use this more as a bronzer, like a bronzer stick. It's a very, very, very light bronzer stick, but it just works really nicely for me at the moment. It's just a nice like first layer, first base. I just put it around where, you know, I tend to bronze the most as a first step. And I've been doing that a lot this month, just naturally grabbing this instead of any other bronzer. And then obviously I'll use a powder bronzer at the end. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this. So this was a surprise. I did buy the light shade too, which I have gone into, but I kind of prefer the light to medium one just for what it is. So I just wanted to bring that up. And then I've also really been enjoying this one. This is also from Catrice. It's the Blushing Charm Multi-Stick, but I use it as a blush. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is the shade 1. Oh, I feel like I knew what shade this was, but now I don't. But anyway, this was really, really pretty, and I've been really, really liking it. It's very shimmery, but it's a cream. So it's not shimmery, but it's like, it's got some gleam to it, right? You can see it's really, really pretty, and it blends out and sheers out really nicely. So I've been really enjoying that. And then I know I mentioned these last month, but I've just been loving them again this month, and they are the Maybelline Sun Kissers. I have 3 of them, but I think these 2 are the ones that I've been enjoying the most, which kind of makes sense because they're the shades that I can use more than the other ones. So I've got Shades On, and then I've got Soul Search, and which one is the peachy one? This one is more of the peachy one, which is Soul Search. And then this one is more like a bronzer shade. But honestly, they're so beautiful as blush shades. I love them, and I'm so glad I bought them. So I've been loving them. I've been going into them without even realizing it and kind of neglecting anything else. So just wanted to throw that out there. I've also been really enjoying like falling back in love with my HD powder from NYX. This one I'm not trying to finish, but it will be an empty very soon. I think I'm just gonna like keep it out and keep using it until it's an empty, because like, why not? And I was wrong. I don't think this is being discontinued at all. So I can definitely buy it again if I want to or when I need to. It's a beautiful, just finishing powder. Really, really enjoy it. I've also been loving my What's Up Beauty highlighter. I've been using this quite a lot. This is the Safari Sunset shade. They have 2 different shades. This is the one that I feel like works best in the summer because it has like a champagne-y, peachy tone to it, whereas the other one that they have is more of an icy pink. This one is just so natural. You can barely see it, but I swear it is really, really beautiful. It's really beautiful. I love these natural glows where it feels like the glow is coming from within, and it just doesn't look very heavy on the skin at all. I would say, honestly, it's becoming like one of my favorite highlighters in my collection for sure, and they kindly sent this to me. So I'm just like forever grateful that I didn't even like have to buy this, but I think it's worth the money, honestly, because I think it's beautiful. and they still have it. So highly recommend, highly recommend. And then another What's Up Beauty item. Obviously, I did a really long video. I did 5 different looks with the What's Up Beauty Dragon's Eye. This is a palette that I have kind of just liked, but it was always in the back of my mind that, you know, I should like it more than I do. But I did a 5 looks. I kind of spent like a week just going into it when I kind of had the time and felt like it. And quite honestly, I kind of realize that this is just a beautiful palette. There are some stunning shades in here. There are certain looks that I can make that I'm going to love with this palette, and I kind of realized what this palette is for me. So that's really helped me because it's given me like a better opinion about the palette. I never thought it was a bad palette. I just thought it was too mid-tone. It maybe just wasn't for me, but I think it is for me. I just have figured out how to use it. So really, really enjoyed this palette. Obviously, I've used it a lot this month, just in the last week. Compared to like how I use my makeup, I don't tend to spend a whole week using one palette. So definitely put the time in to really enjoy it. And I think that's what you need to do with your makeup at some point. So those are really the items that I wanted to kind of shout about. There are other items that I've really, really enjoyed or been enjoying or getting to know, but I didn't like feel the need to talk about them yet because I don't feel as strongly about them yet as I do about these items here in front of me. So yeah, that's everything that I've been enjoying. That's kind of like my beauty bank update. I don't really have any other beauty updates to give you. I did do like my makeup stats video last week, so that's gonna have like more makeup stats in it. I don't really feel the need to talk about any makeup stats this month, but I can again do that next month because obviously another month will roll by. So what I will do is just talk about like TV shows and movies now because there's a little bit to talk about there, but quite honestly, not that much either. I have not been tracking the movies that I've been watching on Letterboxd very well. I've just like I think it's just because of the summer. I'm just like in my summer mentality and I'm not being as organized. I'm just being a little bit more carefree. And I think that's just, sometimes you just have to be like that, especially just because I'm just trying to live in the moment. So I'm not keeping track of everything that I'm watching, but obviously we have watched some stuff. So let me just try to refresh my memory. Let's talk at TV shows because those ones are more in the back of my mind as opposed to anything else. So we have finally started watching White Lotus, season 3. I know we're very, very behind. We're only like episode 3, I believe, maybe 4. I mean, I can see where it's going, but I think generally we don't think it's as good as the other seasons, but we will continue watching it and see how it goes. I think the first season was just so good and quirky and kind of funny at times, but also like, obviously you have the tragedy. It just was so good the first season. The second season was okay. And I think this season is probably, with the way that it's going, I feel like it's going to be my least favorite. So that's unfortunate, but we're just trying to get through it because there's so many TV shows that we want to watch. We have like a list and it's just, you know, we don't watch them every single day. So it is what it is. One that I have been watching, which you know I've been trying to catch up on, is Love Island UK. I think I'm only like a week behind now at this point. I've really been binging that a lot recently. I've been enjoying it. I think compared to the previous years, I think it's kept my interest because usually after Casa Amor happens, I lose interest because everybody is lovey-dovey. You kind of know who's going to be in the final and it gets really boring and safe. And I feel like the people on the show have been a little bit more entertaining and fun. Not that I'm saying that they're nicer people because generally they're probably not nicer people, but they're more like entertaining to watch. It's good TV, I'll give it that. Still very trashy, still like very, very trashy, but I love a good trash TV show. So I've been watching that. What else have I been? I know I've been watching more stuff. I just cannot think of what else I've been watching. Oh, we watched The Bondsman. So this one came out, I think like a year ago, or maybe not so long ago. This is interesting. This was on Prime Video. It's a shame they don't have a season 2. It's just kind of like a goofy guy. It's kind of like a goofy show about a guy who ends up going to hell and then coming back, and he is a bondsman. He has to capture all these demons and take them back to hell. It's silly, but it's not coming back. It's only season 1, but yeah, I mean, that was a very easy show to watch. The episodes are only 30 minutes long, and it's got Kevin Bacon, and I'm always a fan of Kevin Bacon. I think he's pretty cool, and he's like almost 70 years old. He looks really good for his age, I think. Anyway, so we watched that one. I'm trying to think of any movies that I've watched, but I feel like we have seen, oh yes, no, that was last month. I can't remember any movie that we have seen. We're gonna see Happy Gilmore 2. I know that's on the list of things to watch. There's so many things that we wanna watch. I'm waiting for Thunderbolts to come out on Disney+. I know it's probably gonna be a letdown, but obviously we are Marvel fans, so we wanna watch that. Yeah, I can't really remember what else we watched, to be fair. If I can't remember, it obviously wasn't very memorable, right? Can you guys recommend any good movies? Because I think we're struggling to find something. Oh, we did watch something, but it was like, okay, I remember now. We watched Ash, which was also on Prime Video. It is an older movie, or no, actually, maybe it came out this year. It was a 2 out of 5 star rating, and it looks like a space horror movie, and I put it on because I wanted to watch a trashy movie. So I put it on purposely knowing it was going to be bad, but it was really bad. It was really bad, but we watched the whole thing. We suffered through it. It's got Jesse, you know, Jesse, the character Jesse from Breaking Bad. It's got that actor. I can't remember his name. I just always remember he's Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad. Well, anyway, he was in it. But like, I don't know what he's doing with his career, because Breaking Bad was so good. And I think ever since Breaking Bad came out, he's just not really had the success that I feel like people expected him to have. But anyway, whatever. So we watched that movie. That was terrible. Do not recommend. But if you want a good trashy movie and you want to eat some popcorn and watch some trash, yeah, go for it. It was just terrible. What else did we watch? I think that's it. I don't think we watched much else. And then I kind of mentioned this in one of my recent videos, what the like 1 hour long video. If you make it to like the 40-ish mark, I start talking about books that I've been reading, or maybe like the 50 minute mark. I don't know. That video is so long. Thank you guys for watching whatever you did watch. I did read a lot of books this month, but I did, reread, what is it? I reread Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, because I read the Caraval series, right? Because I'm going all over the place. So I read this about 2 months ago, right? And I had not read the Caraval series by the same author, where you have obviously this little trilogy. It's like a romantasy, but there are 2 sisters who end up going to like basically the circus. It sounds so silly. You know, a lot's going on, but it's like a fantasy world, right? But there is a character in this book that is in this trilogy, right? So when I read this book 2 months ago, I loved it. I thought it was silly, but I gave it 5 stars. I did a video where I did a makeup look inspired by the book cover. So anyway, this month, I read a lot of books this month. I read these 3 because I wanted to know the history. And in these 3, I did not realize we would have the Prince of Hearts. The Prince of Hearts, Jax. This is why I wanted to make this video, because I just want to talk about this. I have nobody to talk to about about this guy. So he is a villain. He's wicked. He is terrible. He's ruthless. He is horrible. He is just this, you know, horrible human being. He's not even a human being, but he's wonderful. And I felt head over heels in love with this character, right? So I saw him in the other 3 books. I already had bought these. So I reread this one, like remind myself what happened. And then I read these. So I read 6 books because of this one character that I have fallen massively in love with. That's basically the story of my life this month. I'm feeling a little lovesick. Like I'm in a relationship. I'm in a steady relationship and stuff, but I have fallen madly in love with a horrible person in one of these books. And that's like what I've been thinking. I just don't know what else. I don't know what to read right now. Like I'm so lost. I feel lost, because I just want to read that character more, and he's gone. And not that I felt super satisfied with these other 2 books. So I've got The Ballad of Never After and A Curse of True Love. I thought they were good, but I feel like I would give them like 4 stars. They're not like 5. Like, I don't feel satisfied. I think that's what it is. I need a 4th book. I don't feel satisfied with the ending, but it's fine. It is what it is. So that is kind of where my head's at right now. I feel lovesick. I feel saddened that a character that I have loved to hate in books, but also just loved, has been just gone from my life for the last 5 days now, I think. And I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do. So if you have any book recommendations, I mean, I have a lot of books that I can read, but I just don't have anyone to talk to about this. So I'm sorry I'm bringing it up here, but it is what it is. That's kind of where my head's at this month. And yeah, that's it. That's it for today. So I guess I did end up talking a little bit more than I expected to. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. But yeah, I think next month's probably going to be about the same. I'm hoping I don't really want to buy more makeup, especially for the next month. So I feel like it's going to be about the same, but if I can get more pans, eyeshadow pans and things like that, then that would be cool. But otherwise, yeah, just enjoying and living my life carefree and pining over a book character that doesn't exist and is an immortal person as well. It's not even like a human being. He's immortal and he's vicious and nasty, but he's also like heartbroken and he has like this whole backstory. Okay, it's just making me feel like a little schoolgirl talking about this, so I will stop. I'm gonna move on. Thank you so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!